Welcome back to our breaking news coverage. Ed Henry here on a historic night, joined now by Senator Mark Wayne Mullin of Oklahoma, member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Senator, it's always good to see you. Thanks for joining us on a historic night. What's your key takeaway? Because President Trump is touting some progress, suggested they're close to a deal, but there's some reports now that the luncheon that they were expected to have may have been canceled and that the president may be heading back to Washington soon. The big league point here is he went all the way to Alaska and at least right now does not yet have a deal. What's your reaction?
Well, I didn't think there was any way in the world, Ed, they were going to come out with a deal with their first meeting. In fact, the president probably couldn't make the final deal because, as he's indicated on the podium, that he's got to call Zelensky, he's got to call other leaders around Europe and have conversations with them. But I will tell you, he showed himself being very composed on the podium. A man that was 100% in control. Keep in mind, this meeting would have never taken place if Joe Biden would have been in office. The fact that it even took place is President Trump leading and living up to what his campaign promises was, that he wanted to stop the killings and these wars around the world that took place underneath the Biden administration. And so the fact that he was very short with his answers, he was very composed with the podium. He allowed Putin to go first, and Putin just rambled. Right? You can tell he's not used to not controlling the press, and he didn't know how to handle the press of a free nation like the United States. But I don't think it probably went as well as we'd like it to do. But I don't know. President Trump is the member. He literally wrote the book on the art of the deal, and there's no better deal maker than President Trump. And so I bet you he's holding his cards very, very close, knowing there's going to be other meetings.
Absolutely. And do you think, big picture here, regardless of an agreement now or in the weeks ahead, that we're now showing American strength, American leadership on the world stage? It's President Trump who's hosting this meeting. It's Vladimir Putin coming to him.
Well, without question, President Trump has reset America's rightful place, and it's leading from peace through strength. The world needed America to lead. We didn't have a leader the last 4 years. That's why you're seeing him being welcomed at all these meetings. You're seeing people come up to him, shaking his hand. You see world leaders coming to the White House or going to Mar-a-Lago or going to Bedminster to meet with President Trump because they understand that he is the leader, not just the United States, but he is leading the world right now because he's the only one that can bring peace. And what all these world leaders want, with the exception of Putin, they want peace. What's happening with Putin now, what brought him to the table wasn't to stop the killing. So he's not wanting to end the war. He values a dollar over a life of a person. And with President Trump leaning in, understanding that, by the way, and leaning in on India and putting the tariffs on India and threatening to put the tariffs on China, if they continue to do business with Russia and buying their oil, that scares it scares the daylights out of Putin because he understands that the ruble is about to be in junk status, and that is what brought him to the table now. And the only country that could do that is the United States with the leadership of President Trump.
That's right. There you go. Absolutely, the leadership on the world stage. Senator Mark Wayne Mullin, we certainly appreciate your quick insights tonight. Thank you, sir.
Ed, thank you.